For those of you who are soccer fans, it was a heartbreaking weekend as the US women's soccer team was defeated at the World Cup in Australia. Two-time World Cup champion Megan Rapinoe was one of 3 US players to miss their penalty kicks against Sweden. It was her final World Cup match, and with that, the US team, the reigning champions, were eliminated. But what was frankly shocking was to see people who claimed to be patriots and lovers of America, nationalists even, just openly trashing an American national team. Look at these reactions from the MAGA folks. I'm glad they lost. What an embarrassment. Even outright rooting for the opposing foreign team, Sweden. Because they say this women's team, this American women's team, is too woke, that Meghan takes a knee during the anthem. I mean, grow up, guys. Stop being such snowflakes and learn to love your country and your fellow Americans. Still, the most deranged response of all to this World Cup defeat came from who else? Donald J. Trump. The ex-president, who has been indicted 3 times and faces another possible indictment, took time in between court dates to attack the women's team, claiming many of our players were openly hostile to America, singling out Rapinoe with, "Nice shot, Meghan, the USA is going to hell." This was part of a weekend of completely unhinged social media posts that included attacks on former Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi and her husband, who were also apparently going to hell. But let's be clear, this has nothing to do with wokeness or anything else like that. It has to do with his petty grievances and the fact that Trump is a man who holds on to grudges, especially against women. He gives it away in singling out Rapinoe. Back in 2019, when Trump was in the White House and the women's team was making a run at a 2nd consecutive World Cup title, she was asked about a potential White House visit during a photo shoot.
Are you excited about going to the White House?
I'm not going to the White House. No, I'm not going to the White House.
Okay.
We're not going to be invited.
You're not going to be invited?
I doubt it.
Trump, who was president at the time and presumably had more important things to do, shot back at her, writing, quote, "Meghan should win first before she talks." Well, 11 days later, that is exactly what she and the women's team did, becoming World Cup winners and skipping the White House visit. So it's not about wokeness, it's about Trump's thin skin, which is why he went after the US women's soccer team this weekend. He wrote that the loss is fully emblematic of what is happening to our once great nation under crooked Joe Biden, and woke equals failure. But that makes no sense because 9 of the 23 players, basically 40% of the roster, were on the World Cup winning 2019 squad. And 5 of those women were also on the 2015 winning team, including Megan Rapinoe. When I look at the ex-president and then I look at the US women's national soccer team, I see 2 major differences. First, this women's team won the World Cup twice. Donald Trump couldn't win the presidency twice. He barely won it once. And second, this team, particularly Rapinoe, can handle loss with dignity and grace. They can accept and own their defeat, something Donald Trump continues to remain incapable of doing.